Hey folks, it's Dr. Brenda, financial coach, founder of the Gutsy Women Club, sociologist, full-time RVer, traveling the country with my 3 cats. Hey, if you don't already subscribe to this channel, please do so. I'd really love it if you could follow me. And if you already subscribed, thank you. I really appreciate it. This is my RV. Now I am going to play this video through while I talk and tell you how my week went. I have not been posting videos as regularly as I once was. I've got to get back, but I've had so many complicating factors. So yeah, this is my RV. Now if you look way at the back end of that RV, it's bottomed out on the ground. So this kind of freaked me out. The tow truck driver put these pieces of lumber, so you're going to see him drive up, and here we go. You guys ready? Yeah, so let's crank her up. Let's get her on the bed. Oh, up. Oh, don't damage my RV. Oh no. Stress, man. Watching that again. Stressful. So what happened? Why am I being towed? Good question. I'm so glad that you asked. I have a tire problem. So I've got dualies on the back, and I have had an off and on problem. I've been told, promise it's been taken care of. Things have been fixed. It is the interior tire, the back tire on the driver's side, and the valve stem will rip off, and air pressure goes out, tire pressure goes out, boom, I got a flat tire. So that is what happened again, and I'd been checking it, having some problems with the interior tires deflating, taking it into tire shops, had things fixed. So yeah, I was about 15 miles away from my exit. I spent the week in Williams, Arizona, 15 miles away from that exit. Got the tire pressure monitoring system, and the alarm starts going off, and I'm looking at it again, and I can see, yes, it is the same tire that's causing problems, and it goes boom, 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 boom. The air just goes right out of it. So I wasn't too far from an exit. I got off on the exit ramp, parked along the side, called AAA. Now this has happened, the first time it happened in Florida, happened again in Texas, yeah, I think those 2 places. So each time that this happened, the first time was in Florida, they sent somebody out, and they were able to help me out, take the tire off, put in a new valve stem, get me going back on the road, at least until I could get the whole situation checked out further. So I thought, no big deal. I'm used to this. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm safe. I'm along I-40 on the exit ramp. Called AAA, and service was fine. However, there is not a company in the area who is willing to come out and work on the interior dually tire. Nobody will do it. I said, I don't understand. I've had the same problem in 2 other states. I've not had an issue with somebody coming out here. And they said, well, that's their prerogative. They can, if they feel uncomfortable working on that tire along the roadside, they're not going to come out. So we're going to have to tow you. I'm like, really? You're going to have to tow me? I got to get my RV towed? And so they said, yeah. I'm like, all right, I got to get it towed. Where am I going to get it towed to? So I contacted the local tire places. The 2 that were really close to my RV breakdown. One said, hey, you know what? We are full of semis. We can't handle it. No, we can't fix your tire. The second one said, well, we don't have any tire valve stems that would fit your tire. Really? Okay, it's a little bit odd, but Anyway, so I found another place that was in Williams, not far from where my campground was. So I'm like, okay, let's tow it into Williams, close to the campground. These guys can work on the tire. So great, all right, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to work. I'm going to wait for the tow truck. AAA calls me back again, said, we can't get a tow truck out to you. Everybody's busy. There's no tow truck available until tomorrow morning. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And they said, what you really need to do is get off the exit ramp, see if there's a safer place. So you can see I am off the exit ramp. I was able to find, it's a pretty decent dirt area. It actually is frequented by semi-truck drivers and people pulling over off of the freeway. So I was able to get off the exit ramp. Yes, I did have to drive with that flat tire, but it wasn't very far. And so there I set up for the night. Now, I am not a boondocker. I don't have solar panels. I really am not set up for that. I love my campgrounds with the power. It was a pretty uncomfortable night. I didn't feel exactly safe. I did, made sure I didn't sleep very well. I've got 3 cats, so I'm worried about them. Anyway, I made it through the night, and the tow truck driver got a call, got a text, actually was there early, half an hour early, and I'm like, thank you. So, I didn't want my cats to be in the RV while it's being towed, and partly you can see that my driver's side door is open. He's going in and out. I don't need a cat escaping, so I've got the 3 cats, 3 carriers, so put them in my Jeep and followed this guy into Williams, into the tire place. So, and that was stressful too, because just as he had a tough time bottoming out going up on the ramp, same thing happened going down, and he had to use those pieces of lumber to try to elevate the back tires, and wow, stressful. But anyway, got to the tire place, explained the problem. They were able to fix it. I'm actually going back tomorrow morning for a longer tire valve extender, and also to kind of monkey with the other dually, the other side, passenger side. What he's trying to do is to put in a tire valve end cap that is sturdier, more of a semi valve than what's already on there. So that's good. I hope it's going to be fixed. I've also got these little rubber things that are supposed to hold that interior valve stem in place so that it doesn't vibrate and rip off of the valve stem. It seems like a really easy problem. It's the solution is there, but I've had so many people work on these tires and promise that things are going to be taken care of. Anyway, so that's it. So you think, all right, great, I'm towed. I everything's great, right? Well, this, when you're RVing or when you're doing anything, it's like one thing breaks down, all of a sudden it's the Bermuda Triangle. It's like all these little other things start happening too. This has been really stressful week on the road. I am very, very tired out. It's late at night. I still have to, do some laundry before I head out here in the morning. And, so it's not just the toe and the tire. So I also have several other things going on that I actually got four crappy things happening this week. Okay, so the tire was number 1. Now the guy's working on the tire. I have my 3 cats in the Jeep, and I had an appointment at the vet. I have this cat. Here she is. There's Ginger. So this is Ginger, and she was diagnosed with anemia back in March, and I've been working with a vet in San Diego primarily. So we've been trying to get her blood counts right. So she's on medication. We've gradually weaned her off of medication after 8 months, 7 months. And so anyway, I have to take her in for blood work periodically. So I took her in I had an appointment just for the blood work. That was a Thursday. And so I got the results back Friday. The numbers didn't look very good to me, but I am not a veterinarian. Sent everything over to the vet in San Diego. So Monday, she contacted me, emailed back, and said these numbers are pretty bad. You need to get Ginger to the vet. She needs to be examined. She probably has to go back on the prednisolone or prednisone for cats, and have her see a vet. So it's like, great. I'm leaving Wednesday. This is Monday. Today's Tuesday. So anyway, I was able to just earlier today took her into the vet. Gonna increase her dosage, keep an eye on her, do blood work. So I've got one of my cats is ill. So yeah, the cat issue. It's got the tire, got the cat. Now, I will say, took her to the vet, had all 3 cats in the Jeep. While they're working on my RV, was able to put all 3 cats back into the RV, where they're much happier. Did get all set up at the campground, and so that part was going good. Ginger's, we got a plan moving forward, so hopefully she'll be all right. Then, in between, a couple days ago, I've got no hot water. Like, what's going on with my hot water heater? And then I noticed that there was a little bit of water, puddle of water, in the bedroom on the floor. And I'm like, well, this is kind of odd. What's going on? My hot water heater is not working. I get out that manual. What is it? A 2-inch manual. I'm going through the hot water heater stuff, the pages, the diagrams. What do I need to do? I go outside to, actually, you can see it right here in this video. So I go outside. I take the cover off. And the little latch comes off in my hand. So it's like, okay, great. Now I now have that duct taped. Went inside the RV, took off, unscrewed the cover, shoved everything. I can't figure out what's going on with the hot water heater. So I'm like, okay, turn the pumps, turn the hot water heater off, so at least it's not leaking any water. Contacted a local place that is supposed to provide assistance. They never got back to me, and I'm like, well, this is going to have to wait. I can deal without the hot water. All right, tire, Ginger the cat, hot water heater. I'm not done. I am not done, because now I depend on the internet for my business. I'm a financial coach. My YouTube videos. I've got Gutsy Women Club stuff. Everything I do is online. I'm able to have this video up and do work because I happen to be at a campground that actually has a good Wi-Fi, which is very, very rare. If you're an RVer, you know how rare that is. But my Wi-Fi, my system, it went out. So I have a WineGuard Togo system or to-go system up on the rooftop. It's been working really good. It no longer will talk to my Cricket data plan, and I knew after I purchased the Cricket and installed it, I knew that Cricket had stopped, that there were some problems, that they no longer supported the device on my rooftop, and apparently, I guess, that just became incompatible. But anyway, no notice, nothing going on, and it's like, all right, I called WineGuard. Like, this is what's happening. Can you help me out? Can you give me some advice? So yeah, they only work with a couple of carriers. So I've got Verizon on my phone. I'd like to have both Verizon and AT&T because it gives me most of the time nationwide coverage on one of the systems. If Verizon's not working, usually AT&T does, and vice versa. So unfortunately, the data plan is not nearly as generous, and I went to Flagstaff, about 45 minutes away. Went to Flagstaff for the vet. I've been in Flagstaff, I don't know how many times, 3 times in 6 days. So anyway, I went to Flagstaff, the AT&T store. I thought, I'll just get a SIM card. Let me install it. Let's get this thing going. And customer service, the guy can't help me at all. His version of helping me is giving me a little yellow piece of paper with the AT&T 800 number on it. I did swear a little now. I have to admit it, because not fun. But anyway, so I'm like, gave them all my information. I'm like, look, you know what? I need this SIM card tomorrow. Can you send it to me? Here's the campground. Here's the RV park. Here's the address. Can you get it to me? They did. Okay, so I got it today. Had a friend go up on the rooftop. I'm not keen of heights usually, so luckily we'd done this before, so she helped me out putting the new SIM card in. It works. It's more. I'm paying more. I'm getting less. So I'm not real thrilled with that, but it is working. So, yeah, I did that. In between, did I mention that I have a kid in the Grand Canyon? So I collected him, brought him back. He spent several days with me, and took him shopping, bought all kinds of groceries, clothes, got him all set for the winter, and wow. But the tire, the cat, the hot water heater, and Wi-Fi. Yeah, so those 4 things. People are, we glamorize the RV life. I've had a fantastic time, especially this year. Being in Utah, those national parks, that was just incredibly awesome. And I talk about a lot of the really good things. It's been a really powerful, positive, joyful experience. But then you got weeks like this, you got days like this where nothing seems to work right. Things are kind of crappy, and it's like, it's only fair you see the lousy sides of RVing. Now, people quit over things like this. I love my rig. It has not caused problems. It's been very reliable. Very, very happy. I love living. I love the way I've got this interior set up, nice and bright. I love my rig. So I don't have a lot of problems with it. It's just, when it rains, it pours. But yeah, you gotta if you fix things on your own, what you can. And it certainly was not fun spending the night along, a busy freeway. And it's you have to, if I were to dwell on the craziness of this week and all the things that had gone wrong, I'd quit RVing. I really would. But instead, it's like, you know what? My tire issue, I've got that tire monitoring system that saved my butt once again. I ended up close to an exit. I ended up, 15 miles from my campground, from a town of a decent size. I had been driving through parts of Nevada and Arizona and places out west where you can drive for hundreds of miles and not come across a little community. Where you don't have any cell service. So I'm like, okay, I broke down at a really good place. I'm putting a positive spin on this. Spending a night, weather was good. I didn't get rained on. I didn't freeze. I stayed safe. I stayed warm. Everything was okay. So yeah, breakdown, great place. Took it to a tire place. We're going to try something else. Hopefully get that fixed. Ginger the cat. All right. I managed to snag an appointment in Flagstaff. We now have a medical plan again going forward. She has to continue to be monitored, but I'm hoping that this will bring her blood counts back to where it is. Wi-Fi. There's a lot of times where I'm not near an address. I'm in a national or I'm in a state park. I don't have any place to send something to. So here I was at a campground that accepted FedEx packages. Oh, you know what? I forgot the fifth thing. The fifth thing is my monitor broke. So I have a laptop, then I have this nice monitor I'm talking to you from, and I'm like, my monitor broke. I can't work off a little laptop screen. I need this monitor. And again, I'm at this campground that will accept packages. I was able to go to Amazon and place an order and get the monitor today. I'm headed out tomorrow. It arrived today. It's all set up. Got everything working. So again, I'm like, oh, the timing was good. I'm not freezing. I'm not too hot. Cats were comfortable. Got the cat fixed, I hope. Got everything fixed. Got everything working. So, yeah, I'm going to do some more work tomorrow. Getting the rig ready to go. Stop at the tire place. But I feel fortunate. Again, this rig has been absolutely exceptional. I've had very positive experiences. I'm also about 6 weeks away from sort of wintering, hitting my winter home at southern part of Texas, where I will be for 3 months. So, yeah, this rig doesn't have too much further to go. So, yep. So, when you're RVing and this stuff happens, it tends to happen in bunches. So, yeah, add the broken monitor as item number 5. I'll just kind of let you watch to the end of this video. You can see this guy, chaining up my RV, ready to go. I did follow him. So if you ever need to get your rig towed, this is the process, but it might take a while to find an available tow truck. So, if you're out there RVing, having some tough time, try to, I hope that your tough times happen at a place where you can find services, where you can get the help you need. Just keep going. Keep your chin up. Solo women out there, be gutsy. Just keep going, because it's an extraordinary life. It is not much different than owning a house where things break down. People promise they're going to come by. They don't come by. That's a problem too. Hey, all right, that's about it. I'm Dr. Brenda. I hope to see you on the road. Bye-bye.